A doctor's attorney denies allegations his client sexually battered sedated female patients during medical procedures.
Gabby Killard reports an alleged victim's lawyer sued Dr. David Berry last week.
Our client's main goal in pursuing this lawsuit is to hopefully have this never happen to another woman again.
Attorney Rachel Nakan says her client, a 78-year-old woman, entered crisis mode last month. That's when she learned a witness reported her gastroenterologist inappropriately touched her breasts during a medical procedure while she was sedated.
I don't think she's fully processed what's happened to her yet.
Nakan sued Dr. David Berry, St. Bernard Parish Hospital, and Ochsner Health, which runs the hospital, last week. Berry's attorney, Eugene Redmond, denied all allegations against his client Tuesday, saying he was a physician who's practiced for more than 40 years without any prior allegations. He called the allegations, quote, suspect, pointing to a single witness who reported the alleged crimes. The lawsuit claims a witness reported the alleged crime May 1st. A report we obtained says that Ochsner and the hospital waited to tell deputies about the allegations for more than a month. The lawsuit claims it took them even longer to tell the alleged victim.
It was 41 days after she had this procedure to inform her that it had been reported. Dr. Berry inappropriately touched her during that procedure, and that they investigated it and found it to be a credible report.
During that time, the lawsuit claims the woman visited Berry for a follow-up, not knowing he was accused of sexually battering her.
I've certainly been involved in cases against doctors and hospitals before, but fortunately, I have not encountered very many cases of doctors abusing the trust that patients give them while they're under the guidance of general anesthesia. As a woman, you start to wonder when you hear about something like this happening, is there really anywhere safe?
St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's deputies arrested Berry on 4 counts of sexual battery last month. The hospital did not respond to a request for comment this evening. John.